In our ward, there was a supervisor for the Forest Service, Brother Bergstrom. And I went to Brother Bergstrom and I asked him if I could get a job with the Forest Service. And through his influence, he arranged for me to report to Troy, Montana. Got me a job, Troy, Montana. I talked to others in our neighborhood, Perry Hagan and Keith Brown, to go with me. So we go to Troy, Montana, a little place in the northwest corner of Montana, Kootenai National Forest. Report in, and our job consisted of, at that point in time, they were trying to save the white pine tree. It was being killed by what was called blister rust. Blister rust was a disease, bugs, fungus, not sure. But in the summer, the fungus would live on 2 bushes. And then in the winter, it would transfer to the tree and would cut off the circulation of that tree and kill it. So the first Forest Service felt like if they could break the cycle by digging up all of those bushes upon which the fungus lived in the summer. So what we did was they would literally take a mountain and they'd put strings down the mountain. And then what we would do is to go up and down the mountain, taking out every bush that provided the place where the fungus lived in the summer. It was unbelievable. So we'd spend all day digging and going up and down these mountains. Well, the 2 people that I went with kept missing bushes that they should have dug out. So they were fired at the end of 2 weeks. So I'm there having to make this decision, and I stay. And every morning, up early, we live in a tent out in the woods. I don't know how far away we were. I know it took us all day to get to the camp where we were. And that camp was where we lived in a tent. And and I grew, I think, a foot. Put up a basketball standard, didn't see anybody, way off in the wilderness. I cannot tell you how wild that was. Few individuals. Walter Morak from New York, still remember him. Art Lieberman from Glendale, California, 17. I come back at the end of that summer, entering the University of Utah, and I am absolutely physically as well put together as you can imagine. So what that transformed in, because I had this basketball court, I was a good player.